Alright, welcome back. This is Raj of Conver Industries. Today we're going to discuss a little bit about healthy skepticism, uh, the characteristics slope, and the glass fix. That is how I usually set my thumbnails these days. I just wait for the glass fix. Alright, so yeah, what is exactly skepticism? I mean, what is healthy skepticism? Is what we're getting into. Uh, I mean, it's not just about it's actually something that you realize like pretty later on in life. It's not something that you are encouraged to go ahead with when you're younger. Because usually you can't think for yourself when you're like a 6 or 7 year old. You're like fairly stupid. So I mean the amount of skepticism you have for things around you, as in like what you don't believe, might just be like for stupid things. I don't know, like if something really tastes nice or like yeah, that sort of stuff. Or like this flavor of ice cream is good for you. Like yeah, I mean, you should of course like try out a whole bunch of stuff. But then once you get older, uh, skepticism has been sort of a good tool to like really elevate the way you think. So it helps reveal a lot of blind spots of an idea or a way of thought or a philosophy, and it's generally generally yeah. But then like getting into like what is exactly healthy, like what makes it healthy. If you did not ever skepticize, now that is the other extreme, which of course yeah, I mean, okay. So the other extreme is also, of course, not nice. You should be skeptical sometimes. But then how do you decide when to be skeptical? So like the important aspect here is healthy, not just being skeptical at all times, but then like how do you put in the healthy in there? So uh, what I'd say is you should maintain a baseline level of skepticism for everything, and like have threads for like internal chatter. So like try convincing yourself of ideas. I mean, try to see ideas from different angles within yourself before you try to portray them. Uh, yeah, internal conversations are a thing, I guess. I mean, this video could also be termed as like being unbiased. I mean, never. How do I say this? Uh, yeah, uh, yeah. Never just have an idea in your mind. Uh, Before you actually have an idea in your mind cemented before you actually like test it out and like reason about it well enough. So skepticism is honestly just tipping the scales back to being an unbiased thinker. Is an actually effective strategy. I mean, usually you are not aware of your biases, but then if you deliberately add in the habit of being skeptical of things, always, like of a whole bunch of things, uh, yeah, that helps you kind of put things back to where they should have been, to decouple your perception of your surroundings from your past experiences. It's sort of a regularizer. uh yeah, so it's kind of nice to be skeptical is what I'm saying. Now what is the unhealthy form? uh I don't know what the unhealthy form is. It's probably, I don't know. Okay. When you're skeptical, probably do not express it right away for other people's ideas. What I mean by being skeptical in here is like the main issue that for thinkers in the present day is there's a whole bunch of ideas everywhere. There's large language models that you can like immediately consult and like get a whole bunch of thoughts upon things. There's a whole bunch of literature that already exists that you could just read and grasp and like yeah, build ideas. So while you do that, uh, to engage with the material is to like actually question it well enough and to really reason out why you should believe it, or like why is it true, or why is it worth thinking about, or why is it just worth pondering upon. So that sort of skepticism is necessary because the amount of information that you have everywhere around you, uh, that is yeah. I mean, it's kind of good and dangerous in both ways because you might lose your faculty of reasoning. So skepticism is kind of great that way because it helps you retain or helps you. Okay, this is not a one-off thing. It helps you practice retaining your own faculties of reason. So that is like a really important skill. And this can vary from a whole bunch of stuff. Like, I don't know, if you're like trying, let's say, a certain style of martial art and like you find a new technique or like your foot placement or like how you're retrieving your leg or like what angles you go through. Now, the existing literature or coaches might say something that is like the norm, like that is how it's supposed to be done. But then, yeah, you should once in a while try and break rules here and there, try a different breathing pattern, or try a different rhythm, or yeah, that sort of stuff. Try to find your own style, because the generic the generic patterns or abstractions that exist in life, those might be similar, but then the variations in the specifications are what really lead to sort of different results in the sense that you may not believe everything that you see. You should not take everything to heart. Yeah, try having flavors to it. It's just sort of a really good, I don't know, result of like being skeptical of things. So, for example, if your coach is teaching you something, of course, like go ahead and practice that and like get that form right or whatever. But then try meditating upon what if you did things a certain way, or like try tweaking your actions in the sense that uh, yeah, try tweaking how you move around or like what you're doing, or try different training techniques, or like how the way you read, or yeah, for example, I mean, uh, try antagonistic things. I mean, experience everything is what I'm saying. Experience everything in the sense that opposing strategies as to like what is recommended. So try reading slow, or like try speed reading, or try a bunch of iterations, or like try taking notes, or whatever works best for you is probably going to be varying along parts of your life. So do not try and be stuck in your own past experiences as well. So to do that, to eliminate that bias, skepticism is sort of a really good thing. As in like it's really easy to induce skepticism. It's like the habits that you need is just ask a question in the sense that like, is it really this or is it really that, or like really question mark. That's it. Uh, and yeah, and probably like think about it for like a minute or two. It's along the lines of playing the devil's advocate. It is a really nice practice to get into. Whatever you do, like whatever you read or research, or like given that the kind of audience I might have is like I don't know, a thinking based audience. I'm assuming that like we probably meditate upon thinking a lot is what I'm saying, or just the way we think might try to optimize is like pre-optimizers is one name I could use for us, one tag I could use for us. So just getting into the habit of, is this really the most optimal way, or is this really the most yeah, is this really that good, or like is there something else I could do, or like uh, do I need to believe all of this, or like is it some partial crux of this that truly holds value and the rest can be eliminated? These sort of questions help you sort of densen. By densen, I mean DENSEN, increase the density of the value creation potential of like whatever idea you're meditating upon. So that's that. That's healthy skepticism for you. Now, yeah, you should probably stop at a certain point as well. Getting into the healthy part now, as to like when do you stop? So there always needs to be a mix of execution and meditating upon things. So even in my to-do lists, I have two kinds of next actions. I do a getting things done sort of thing in Emacs. So there's two sorts of things that I have. Some things that I have to execute and like fetch more results and gain more information upon which I can meditate, and things that are like I need to like optimize for, that I need to like meditate upon. So it's like an antagonistic next action thing. I mean, something that you have to like think upon and something that you have to just get done and find more information about. So observing is sort of a really good tool then. This is sort of this is sort of yeah, this is sort of building sort of a mad scientist vibe, uh, in the sense that the way you carry yourself throughout your day, try to apply the scientific method to that, scientific method to that, in the sense that uh, you of course hypothesize and you execute things and you find out information and you really only note down in your observations uh, what truly might be the result cause of that observation. So like the habit of like truly refining your observations and not just trusting your senses or like what you immediately perceive is what's important. You have to factor in the environment, the context, what all happened, and getting good at that is sort of where healthy skepticism is get towards. So yeah, I mean, yeah, honestly, like the mad scientist vibe, you might try reading in a different manner, or I don't know, working in a different manner, or like one day I was just, I mean, all knowledge, all common knowledge says that you should not like walk around and have your lunch. But then I just grabbed a bowl and like I was just like walking around with the podcast and like I don't know, just yeah, enjoying lunch. Probably could be apps or whatever. Uh, Even though I could like sit normally and stuff, and like yeah, I mean, it's sort of fun. I guess I wasn't sleepy enough later on. Uh, so yeah, or you could tweak the amounts of caffeine that you have in a day and like test out how much melatonin you can like get to sleep, or like how much melatonin you really need to induce a nightmare, or like the timing of your supplements. It's like yeah, there's an optimal recommendation, of course, and like a doctor is always going to be there to like tell you like not this, not that, or like what's the optimal way. But then like truly tweaking stuff and like having that experimenter's mindset. The root of that experimenter's mindset is asking asking questions of the kind of why not this or like why not that. So yeah, it makes life fun. If you just did whatever you heard that was optimal, like pre-decided, of course you might save a whole bunch of time, but you might be stuck in a local optima. And the way that someone arrived to that particular strategy of cognition or like thought or like executing things or like meditating or whatever was by discovery, was by skepticism then. So do not shove the chain. Now, as we go towards the edge of domains, towards the boundaries of research and stuff, the amount of skepticism you have for like really smaller things will be like really specific. So it might not be that important for humanity as a whole, but then there are still a lot of things that are unexplored, undiscovered, and unthought of. So honestly, I sort of denote the value of my day if I have unthought of thoughts. So is it like has someone ever thought of this before? If I have that kind of a thought, it's like a great day. I mean, I even have like names for these kind of feelings. Is a certain kind of a I don't know. When you realize that no one must have thought of this before, it's a really great feeling. It's like exploring a new certain sort of a cognition territory or an island amidst like a really explored ocean or something. It's like really difficult. It's like try doing this for yourself. Like try for just for a day or whatever. Try thinking of things that no one must have thought of before. That has meaning, by the way. I mean, you could really think of a I don't know. Usually the adage says like a pink elephant, but then you could just think of a purple elephant, and that would be slightly different than the usual stuff. And I am betting that no one must have thought of a purple elephant before, but it's not useful in any way. So having a useful thought that hasn't been thought of before is kind of a really nice way of going about things in terms of like enjoying your life and like just enjoying having a brain. I mean, if you got a brain, try at least. I mean, I don't know, learning how to enjoy it is going to be one thing that you might like that might help you like go through life with fun stuff and like with enjoyment. So that's that. So yeah, skepticism is where that comes in. Uh, So now again, emphasizing on the healthy aspect. Once you do something and once you observe stuff, it's important to to have a limit on your iterations in terms of like when you observe something and how much you meditate upon it and like the execution iterations things that I have. So personally, like anyone can have, like everyone can probably have like personal mechanisms to like keep that in check. So that's why I have like a certain rate limit on how many questions I ask in a day uh, to myself as well like how much I note down, like how much I have to meditate. So once something piles up beyond a certain limit, let's say I have like 10 uh, meditatable upon, so like potential meditations of like certain cognitive topics or whatever, I will stop thinking for the day. Uh, and I'll start executing and like I'll retrieve observations and get back. So this that. So again, this is like a common theme across a whole bunch of my videos, but being able to maintain unanswered questions as a buffer is a really important skill. So yeah, what does healthy skepticism do for you? To summarize the thing, summarize the video, is it really helps you have fun. A, uh, to make discoveries, cognitive discoveries and topics, however minor it is. It's just like a yeah. I mean, I wouldn't say it's a pseudoscience or whatever. Okay, science, everything is a pseudoscience in the sense that like there's laws and stuff can always be broken. The scientific method is where I'm getting at. It's yeah. I mean, falsifiability is if I'm saying that right. Falsifiability is a thing, cool, but yeah. I mean, yeah. It's like I don't really know what's up with the world these days. So what I'm going to say is the scientific method is kind of awesome. Do not try and undermine whatever you're thinking of by just marking it as like really immature thought or how do I say this, immature or non-rigorous or like yeah, every thought that you have, like probably entertain it. Okay, every thought that you originally have, probably entertain it with some base level of respect. And every established thought that is established in society, probably have a base level of skepticism for it. I mean, of course, these are going to be like skewed away in terms of like yeah, in the interest of time and whatever you choose to do whatever. Uh, but yeah, this is like a really important. Now, this is the kind of skill that you just have to be aware of. Everyone can do this inherently, but this is the kind of thing just you just have to be aware of, and it like immediately elevates your level of life or level of experience in life. So yeah, that's that for the day. This is Raj of Conware Industries. This was Serendipity as a Service X18. Yeah, thanks for tuning in. See you tomorrow.